G'day and welcome back to another slot car video. As you can see, we are set up, ready to go. We have got the vintage Fleischmann Lotus Type 40. Let's take a look at the package, let's take a look at the car, tear it down, and let's give this puppy a run around my track. So let's take a close look at the packaging. I do like packages from the past, and all that's holding this car down is this smart little bit of plastic. Now if I flip it over, you can see some little indents that will push down on the car, but really cool. No screws holding this puppy down. There is the star of the show, the Lotus, but let's move him out the way because I do want to show you how this came back in the day. Very basic polystyrene base with a nice paper sleeve showing you all the details of the car. 132 Lotus Type 40 powered by Ford, and then the Fleischmann writing. But how cool is the art? Steering wheel man holding the finishing flag, and we've got a nice little spot here for a spare guide, and it's included. Holy moly. So really cool, really smart. As you can see, no screws are holding this down. Basic but beautiful. Absolutely love the old school packaging. So let's put the Lotus back on top. Let's go and have a closer look and then do a teardown. So teardown completed. Very simple to do. 6 screws only. There is not much going on in the chassis, but we'll take a closer look at that in a tick. But let's look at this shell because there are some details on this old girl that I do want to point out. Let's start with the figure. Holy moly, he looks incredible. Period correct helmet, black, with the strap of his goggles going around the helmet itself. Silver tip, look at that. And there's his goggles. I absolutely love it. Blue jumpsuit with the black seat belts going over the top of his shoulders. And he's even wearing gloves hanging onto the steering wheel. But that's not the most impressive thing. This windshield, which wraps right around from passenger side to driver side, hasn't yellowed, hasn't cracked. It's still there. Holy moly. But even here where the windscreen dips down a bit, I thought that would have cracked by now, but it hasn't. And we've still got the revision mirror, which again, how is that still there? This is a very old slot car. So we have a flooded cockpit. As you can see, it's a half-size figure. And we've got some basic interior bits and bobs, which for me, that is okay. Moving down to this beautiful V8, chromed out, still there, not broken. Again, incredible. And of course, we've got the rollover bar, which is still here. I cannot believe it. Such good condition. Some other final details I want to point out. The fuel filler, left and right, which is cool to see. And then moving on to the bonnet, we do have a little aero cutout. Look at that, incredible. Nice little bump in the off center, I should say. But the aero doesn't stop there. We've even got some cutouts on the side of the front and left panel, which again, this is a very old slot car. I did not expect to see some of these designs. And the last bit of aero is this nice big air intake on the rear wheel arches, as you can see left and right. So a stunning looking thing, beautiful looking profile. But now let's check out the chassis. So let's take a look at a very old chassis and how they were designed back in the day. Now, can you fit a digital chip? Well, look at all that room. Will you? I think you'd be crazy to put a digital chip in this. Negative, positive, coming from the braids down to the motor, which I believe Frank said that this is a sports motor, so it's a different motor that's been installed. If I am wrong, Frank, please let me know. It is a sidewinder, very basic. No screws holding this in, so this does pull out quite easily. So just be careful when you flip it upside down, which I will right now. And there we go. Look how stunning that is from underneath. A little bit of etching now. I can't read what that says. Maybe you can at home. But a beautiful looking thing. Very basic. Very flexible. Look at this. Get a little bit of movement out of that puppy. And then onto the side of the rims, which I think, again, period correct. Wow. Very, very good. So there you go. There is a chassis from the past. Absolutely love it. Now let's send this thing around my track. So that's right on my review of this absolute vintage masterpiece. A massive thank you to Frank Peters for sending this to me as a gift. Mate, you are incredible. This is incredible. Please show some support and visit his YouTube channel. If you like this kind of content, old, new, some exclusive stuff, please consider subscribing. It does help the channel out, and if you can share the videos, that'd be great. I'm in Austria, so I'm going to try and find some weird and wonderful stuff to bring to you. I will be visiting a lot of places, so stay tuned for that. But what an absolute vintage masterpiece. This will stay in my collection forever. So thank you very much, Frank Peters. But as always, at That Slot Car Guy on Instagram and YouTube. Be safe, take care, support your local. Ciao.